But I keep dropping stuff. Thank you. Hi guys, Shu here. So today we're doing a new parenting clinic. Give me a second. I have my little assistant here. He's gonna pick up my phone. Uh, he's doing the evening shift of mom today, aren't you? Oh yeah, that's my middle child. He's 7. He'll be 8 in January. Um, and so anyway, he came to the office with me today after school. But we didn't come straight to the office. First, we picked him up from school. We went to my aquatic therapy, and then we went to get something to eat for dinner. Grabbed subs from Carnes, which is a local grocery store, and then we came to the office, ate our dinner, and um, and now we're doing this. Oh, and then mask, yeah. Well, Carnes here close to us is right next to Goodwill, and my kids love going to Goodwill store shopping for toys. So we stopped there and got this mask. Um, but I'm surprised you just remember the mask. I thought you were going to talk about your new tea. So we love trying new things in the family. Are you showing your mask? That's his new mask. Thanks for sharing. So anyway, so this was something new. We never had a tea before, so we each tried one. Of course, now he wants to show you his tea. I like how you don't show your face, just go. That's fine, buddy. So anyway, welcome, welcome, welcome. That's a little bit of a little, I guess, window into my life. What I do, what I'm not doing, this kind of stuff. I'm here having fun with my kiddos. So anyway, still distracting me. Anyway, so today is a new parenting clinic. So in August we did 2, and if you've been following the schedule, we actually been doing the second and the fourth Thursdays of last month, and this today is the second Thursday, so we're doing one today. And I had last time I was live, I promised to do one on the love languages, and you might probably most of us have heard of this. A lot of us probably heard of this. The 5 love languages were created by Gary Chapman, and he wrote, oh my goodness, so many variations of the 5 love languages. 5 love languages for couples, 5 love languages for singles, 5 love languages for parents, I believe, or is it for kids? But anyway, and he's very, and this, he's Dr. Gary. He has a lot of professional background in education and research that backs up what he shares in the 5 love languages series. So pretty much the way it goes is that we all express, and process, receive love in 5 different ways, and one of those ways will probably be stronger for each one of us, and that's kind of what the 5 love languages are all about. So today I wanted to share a little bit about 5 love languages as they relate to parenting, and as you work with your child, at home, as you're parenting them, supporting them, guiding them at school, or stuff in the community, helping them, build themselves and preparing them for, a brighter future. Knowing doing your child's love language will help you be more effective in doing all of that. And that's why, I really wanted to mention that. And make sure here that all is well. So the 5 languages as it goes, there's the one is physical touch, the other one is encouraging words, the other one is quality time, and the other language is gifts, and then the last one is acts of service. So with physical touch, usually people who have a love language of physical touch is people who love hugs, love high fives. I'm thinking about kids here. High five, hugs, um, and sometimes just sitting and cuddling with you in little back rubs, or arm rub, wherever you call that, caressing them little arm a little bit. um, those are all the ways that people who have physical touch as their love language, that's the way they experience love. And what you'll see, like I said earlier, you know all of us might appreciate a little bit of all of each, but there's one that's more dominant in us. um, So for an example, in our family, my youngest one, his love language is physical touch. He's the one that loves to hug everyone. He's just a hugger, and he gives on the people remember him because of his hugs, and people say he just gives the best hugs, and he'll hold you. Yesterday, for example, we went to church. They went to church. We went to for youth group, but the kids attended the youth program. They're not youth yet. The oldest one didn't go, but she's the one that's youth age. The boys are still what we call faith finders at our church. So anyway, and then I went to the prayer meeting. And coming back, we had a friend from church, who kind of helped us get home. And while she was leaving, my son, my youngest one, runs to her, gives her this bear hug, and just holds on tight and won't let go. And then so she's like, "Oh, I love your hug." She's enjoying it. And then she's like, "Are you gonna let me go?" And then so we all start laughing because usually not many people do that. They'll give you a hug and yes, no, they'll give you a hug, and when they want to give you a hug, it's hug and then it's release, right? My son is like the one who'll hug you and just want to feel you for a little bit. And sometimes even I'll be sitting, he'll get my arm and just start rubbing against his cheek because he's that, and he has a lot of he has a lot of sensory thinking, he's sensory seeking, but it's because physical touch is his love language. He loves, that's how he perceives love. So you'll find that as we go through all of these, as I explain them, you're going to see some of us might say, well, I might have two that are really dominant and maybe three that are not so, or I don't care so much about. And that's totally fine. We're all different. But that's what makes all of us, each one of us, unique. So the overall love language is encouraging words. So for if you have a kid who in our family, I don't want to say it because it's here, but I family, my middle child probably the one that always thrives in that constant validation. They love to hear specific praise about a project. They seek to show me like a new skill they learned. Like he's always eager to hear me say like, I'm proud of you. That's good. That's terrific. Um, and there's nothing bad with that. That's how he perceives love. And if that's how that's his love language, then I want to do more of that. I want to be able to write him notes, some type of note in lunchbox. I listen to say, tell him I love you, tell him I'm proud of you, way to go. Give him all those things that helps him, encourage him. And that's how you perceive love. And the over love language is quality time. So people who love quality time, are usually people who just want like to hang out with people. It's like that's how they feel. What's that? I'm like, oh, you like skip. He's saying not like not like his sister. She doesn't like unlike my sister because she doesn't know. That's definitely not quality time is not her love language. Um, she doesn't, yeah, she's not always wanting to do things, but she has a different love language. We'll talk about her love language in a little bit. But anyway, quality time, that's for me, that's my love language. It's it's how it's just spending time with people, like hanging in there with people. And sometimes maybe not even doing anything special per se, like sitting and watching a movie, going out to eat with friends and running errands with a buddy, playing a game, talking to the phone. Like because those things kind of make me feel love and make me feel grounded and appreciated. And it's not saying that all the other things people do are not doesn't touch me. It just doesn't touch me the same. There's one like it just really that's you if it's your love language, like that's the one that speaks the most to you. That really you feel like connected when those things happen. So if for and the other love language are gifts. Some people appreciate gifts, and that's your sister, right? They feel good when someone gives them something. They enjoy special presents and surprise. My daughter, when something comes in the mail, it doesn't matter whose name is on there. Like even before she checks the name, she'll be so quick to open the bag or the box, or because she wants to look at it, see if it's hers, because she loves that. She loves receiving gifts. And that also that's her love language. So if I want to do something nice for her, it's doing little surprises. Like today, for example, I surprised her at school. She didn't know I was going to come pick her up. I had some time, so I went to school. I called the school as I was heading there. I said, hey, tell Hope not to get to get on the bus. I'm coming to pick her up. And that was a little surprise for her. So gifts is not always something tangible. It could be those little surprises that you do for for the person, and that just makes them feel appreciated. The over love language, the last one is act of service. This is my second one. So I have two, the quality time and the acts of service. So people who have act of service as their love language, they like it when people do nice things for them, helping them with chores, school project, driving places, making meals and snacks. So when when people do things for them, it touches them in a deeper way. I can't tell you how many times I'm in tears just because somebody dropped, bribe me as a meal, or somebody offered to do my kids' laundry, or or so I was sick, or somebody picked up my kids from school, or yesterday somebody helped them, like, helped us get home from church. Those little things might be like minor, or someone was like, "Oh, you're only 5 minutes from church." I know, but it was the fact that somebody considered to do that for us, that those things that really touch me. So these are the five love languages, and I'm going to now share a little bit for each one of them. Like, so what are some things um, that you might do based on your child's love language? So if your child love language is physical touch, you want to do a lot of physical activity with them, racing, wrestling, tag, and they love to climb, sit in your lap. That's my Daniel. Like I said, my youngest one, I'll sit down, he just love to sit in my lap, or just come and literally hug me and make he won't let go. So do more of those things that will involve that, physical interaction, um, because that's what they thrive on. So for you, as a parent, hold their hand, hug them often, do family cuddles, tickle them, wrestle, fun. Sometimes just let them sing them in your lap and snuggle to read a story. I have, like, my overchild, the middle child was here. He who could care less. If you want to read a story, they all love to read, and they all love to be read to. But he will rather just, sit beside you or sit on the floor as you read. My youngest one, whose love language is physical touch, he wants to be right in your face, on your lap, like, right there with you, because he just want to feel that connection with you. So give that to your children, if that's their love language. If your child's love language, it's encouraging words, usually, like I said, giving them praise, terrific, you're such a hard worker, you solved that problem well, keep it up. Like, keep giving them that verbal praise, because that's how, it just, again, fills them up. And then, so other ways to do that, write them a note, a little if they do something well at school, put it on the fridge. Seek out, like, positive way to always say I love you, and come up even with a chair with their name in it. That'll be fun. So find different ways to just give them that verbal praise, if that's their child's love language. If the love language is quality time, try to get undivided attention, by asking them to sit with you, watch them play, like, do something that's just the two of you. And I think, all children should have your undivided attention every once in a while. Like, if you watch my video that I did, I think maybe a week ago or so, a little over a week ago, I think, maybe 10 days ago, I was sharing about, like, fun with the family. And I did it with my daughter, yeah, my oldest. We're sharing how we have fun as a family. And I said how I'm very intentional to giving my kids undivided time with me. And sometime it would be like I said earlier, like, I have my middle son with me. We went to my appointment. We got something to eat, the subs for it to eat, and we came to the office. So I was still getting things done in between. But there's no siblings here. So it's just him and I. Um, to see and I, so we can, we'll get to talk in the car before we're eating. We're talking about, things that happen at school, just checking in, having fun together. It's really important to show your kids that they matter to you individually, not just because they're all your kids, right? So the individual attention is important, but especially if your child, that's the love language, be even more so intentional, doing things with them, run errands with them one-on-one, like I said, plan those one-on-one dates, talk to them about, even as you're talking to them, like, make eye contact with them, talk to them about their day, pay attention to the details of what they're doing, um, plan special events and trips with them, but you want to make sure that you're giving them that quality time. I mean, everyone needs it in your family. Do it together as a family, do it individually, but if your child's love language is quality time, give them even more of that. All right, I'll make sure I'm still live, because I had issues with Facebook. Was it a couple days ago? Yeah, I was on the main company page, Grace and Hope Consulting page, doing a Facebook Live, and it just cut me off, and then I had to do it again, and all that good stuff. So I will go back to what I was talking about. So the next one is gifts, right? So if your child's love language is gift, they, like I said with my daughter, it's getting birthday presents, surprise treat, earning a treat, having them, having making sometimes making their favorite food. It's like, and you made it just for them, like just doing that something special and kind of gifting it to them. Um, and maybe some tips for you as parents that keep maybe a little small statue, maybe an expensive gift. Gifts are not like so expensive that you can give them every once in a while. Um, and sometimes, like, it could be as simple as, giving them a flower once in a while, giving them, sometimes, if, like, I know my boys collected stones, well, my younger ones still do. Um, so sometimes even, getting something that just for them, you see something that they like somewhere, you just grab it and just impromptu, just because, like, you don't have to have a plan or a reason why, you're getting them a gift. Sometimes giving gifts, getting them gifts when you're out of town. And those are all the things that I do when I'm go out of town. I usually grab them something, even if it's something that's very minimal, but just especially for the one whose love language is gifts. I want to make sure that I always have something for him, for her. So the last one is act of service. So like I said, those are the people that they love. They love it when people help them out. Like, they love to see that people care enough to do that. So maybe they enjoy, like, I'll help you. Like, the kids that will want to help you in the kitchen, help you do laundry. Give them those opportunities. And sometimes, like, let's do this together. Give them opportunity. Okay, buddy. You open the door. So my office door locks behind us. So now we all learned. I have the key here this time, so I don't get locked out. But he got the door stopper so that when he gets out, he doesn't get stuck. He won't shut all the way, buddy. Even if it doesn't go, like, he'll be just a little enough that little bit that you can get in. Okay, awesome. That was good. All right. So as a parenting tip, if your child's love language is act of service, practice different sports together, work together on different projects, help them with the homework, pick them up, on time, surprise them by doing a chore for them, teach them how to serve others, give them opportunities, to express that love language. So, like I said, all these, I have two of them that are most, dominant for me, but and as I you okay? Did you make it? That was quick. And as I raise my kids, um, I want to give them opportunities to express those love languages. So it's not just me pouring into their lives in the way that makes sense to them, but it's also giving them opportunities to pour into other people's life in the way that makes sense to them. If that makes sense. So if you get what I mean. So I teach them that we all perceive love differently. Some of us want people to pour into us in this particular way. Maybe it's the gift, or some people it's just having that act of service, or doing the personal touch and all those things, and then giving them opportunity to to practice that with family, with friends, with neighbors, and that's how you raise them. You raise them not just to be good citizens, but you raise them in the in a very person-centered way. That's the whole thing here, is that each one of us is unique in our own way, and when people get to know us and get to know what works for us and treat us in a certain way and work with us in a certain way, function with us in a certain way, not only we feel validated and we feel safe to explore, to grow, to learn, but also we're happier. And often for all of us, if you're happier, most likely the people around us are a little happier too, because there's less tension, there's less frustration. Um, so just think about that. All your children are not the same, so stop treating them the same. It's okay to have values. It's okay, it's good to have those values. It's good to have those family values and family rules, house rules. Those are all good. We all need structure. But as you interact with your children, just remember that each one of them is unique. And what worked for one person, sometimes I hear parents say, "Well, I keep telling them that I love her," and Chico says like nobody likes her. And then sometimes it's just as simple as that's not your child's love language. You're using those verbal praise and giving them the verbal praise. Maybe your child's love language is that personal touch. Maybe your child needs you to sit down and give them a hug, sit down, and and cuddle with them, or or hug them, like all those things. So you need to be able to know your child's love language. And if you're still wondering, like, I don't know how, what my child's love language is, I want to share this link with you. Actually, it's totally free. If you go, you can order the book. The book is not free, and it's not my book here. It's on Dr. Gary Chapman's website. But he has free tests on there, quizzes, where you can literally go on and answer a few questions to find out your love language. So there is a love language profile for children. So I'm going to post that link on here so that you guys have it, and you can go on there and check what your child's love language is. And honestly, even for yourself too, if you are not sure what your love language is, or who your spouse's love language is, this might be a good way to find out. Just make sure when you fill it out, you click on the adult, because the questions for the little adults are a little bit different than the ones for children. So just because of development and all that. So that's it for today. I hope that this was helpful in helping you be a person-centered parent. All right, guys, back to playing with my little kiddo here. Good night.